Hello students, today we continue with exercise 8.2 of chapter 8. If you remember, we had done question number 2, 3, 4 and 5 of exercise 8.2. Now we are going to do question number 1. The question is, obtain the differential equation by eliminating the arbitrary constants from the following questions. And as I told you last time, we differentiate the given equation that many number of times as the number of constants which are there. For example, in question number 1, there are two arbitrary constants a and b, and therefore we are going to differentiate this equation twice. That means we are going to find it till the second order derivative is obtained. So in this case, in the first step itself from the question, differentiating the given equation with respect to both the sides with respect to x. Now in this case, we are going to get dy by dx on the LHS is equal to, on the RHS, you know that the differentiation of e raised to x, ddx of e raised to x is indeed e raised to x itself. So in this case, it is a e raised to 3x. So we get a e raised to 3x and also the differentiation of 3x by chain rule. Same thing, plus b e raised to minus 3x, the same thing we get, and also the differentiation of e raised to minus, that is differentiation of minus 3x over here. And therefore we get the answer over here. The differentiation of 3x is 3. So we get 3a e raised to 3x minus 3b, because the differentiation of e raised to, that is differentiation of minus 3x is minus 3, and therefore minus 3b e raised to minus 3x. Then in the next step, we are going to differentiate it one more time. Over here, we get, when we differentiate it one more time, that is, we find the second order derivative over here. So differentiating both the sides with respect to x again. So over here, this is actually dy by dx. So dy by dx becomes d2y by dx2, which is equal to, again same thing, we are going to use a chain rule. Okay, so over here we get 3 into a e raised to 3x into ddx of 3x. Minus over here 3b e raised to minus 3x is the differentiation of the first term, and also by chain rule ddx of minus 3x. And thus in the next step we get d2y by dx2 is equal to, now the differentiation of 3x is 3. So 3 3s are, we get 9. 9a e raised to 3x. Over here in this case, the differentiation of minus 3x is minus 3, and minus into minus becomes plus. Again we are getting 9b e raised to minus 3x. Now when we take 9 common, so we get our RHS this way. We take 9 common, so we get a e raised to 3x plus b e raised to minus 3x. And this bracket is nothing but the question term that is there. In the question, it is y is equal to a e raised to 3x plus b e raised to minus 3x. Thus, the bracket becomes y. So therefore, we have d2y by dx2 is equal to 9y. And thus, what have we achieved over here? We have eliminated the two constants and obtained our differential equation. So this becomes our answer. In the second question, y is equal to c2 plus c1 upon x is given. Since there are two constants, we are going to find it until the second order derivative. So initially differentiating with respect to x. we get over here dy by dx is equal to, now C2 being a constant term becomes 0. And what about C1 upon x? Now you know that the derivative of 1 upon x is actually minus 1 upon x square. I have told you how it is obtained earlier. So in this case, we get dy by dx is equal to minus C1 upon x square. Now to simplify it further, let us bring this x square term on the LHS. So therefore we have x square into dy by dx is equal to minus C1. Then in the next step, we find the derivative once again to eliminate this C1. So C2 is gone. Now C1 has to be removed. So we differentiate once again. So differentiating both the sides with respect to x. We are going to get now over here, as you can see, there are two terms. One term is x square, the other term is dy by dx. So we use the product rule of differentiation, u into v rule we use. So we get x square into the derivative of dy by dx, which is d2y by dx2, plus dy by dx and the derivative of x square, which is 2x. And on the RHS, we are going to get 0. So thus essentially I have done the sum. We can just write it in a proper manner and keep it. So we get x square d2y by dx2 plus 2x dy by dx is equal to 0. We did not simplify any further because we have removed the arbitrary constants from the equation. The third sum, y is equal to c1 plus c2x the whole into e raised to x is given. First of all, there are two constants, so we find until the second order derivative. Secondly, there are various ways of doing the sum. I am going to show you the simpler way of doing the sum, whereby you can finish the sum quickly and your steps would be equally correct also. So pay attention to the method which I am going to show you. Now to make this equation simpler, what we are going to do is we are going to divide both the sides by e raised to x. So dividing both the sides by e raised to x. We are getting y upon e raised to x is equal to c1 plus c2 into x, because e raised to x divided by e raised to x is cancelled. So we get this particular term. Therefore we can write y into e raised to minus x. Let us bring that e raised to x in the denominator to the numerator. So we get y into e raised to minus x is equal to c1 plus c2x. So by doing this step, you see that upon differentiation, we already lose one of the constants. C1 will go away upon differentiating. So now we carry out differentiation on both the sides. So differentiating both sides with respect to x. Over here in the LHS, obviously u into v formula we have to use, because two terms are given which are multiplied together. So the product rule of differentiation, we get y into, now what is the differentiation of e raised to minus x? It is e raised to minus x itself, but then we also have to do the differentiation of minus x because of the chain rule. We do this also. Plus e raised to minus x now remains as it is, and the differentiation of y becomes dy by dx. What about the RHS? In the RHS, C1 becomes 0 because it's a constant, and C2 into x. Now the differentiation of x is 1. So we get just C2. So as you can see on the RHS, it has become simpler now. So we'll just write it properly first of all. Now the differentiation of minus x is minus 1. So minus y into e raised to minus x plus e raised to minus x dy by dx is equal to C2 is what we get on the LHS. Now let us take e raised to minus x common here before differentiating once again to eliminate C2. Let us take e raised to minus x common. So we get e raised to minus x into dy by dx minus y. As you can see, Only thing is minus y is written over here as the second term. dy by dx becomes the first term, being positive in sign. Then now we are in a position to differentiate once again. So differentiating both sides with respect to x again. Again here we are going to use the product rule because two terms are given. One term is e raised to minus x. The other term is what is there in the bracket. So using the product rule, we are going to get e raised to minus x as it is into, when we differentiate this bracket, dy by dx becomes d2y by dx2 minus y becomes dy by dx. Again plus, now the bracket remains as it is, dy by dx minus y, and the differentiation of e raised to minus x, which is indeed e raised to minus x, but we have to differentiate minus x once again by using the chain rule. Okay. Now on the RHS, what are we getting? RHS C2 being a constant, we are going to get 0. So we have eliminated the constant from the equation over here. Now we have to just write it in a proper manner, the whole thing in a proper manner. So we get e raised to minus x into, the first bracket remains the same because we have already finished the differentiation over here. Plus, in this case, dy by dx into e raised to minus x. Again, this term remains same, but the differentiation of minus x is minus 1. That minus sign comes here and minus into plus becomes minus. So as a result, we get minus dy by dx minus y into e raised to minus x is equal to 0. Now we take e raised to minus x common. E raised to minus x common over here, and therefore we get d2y by dx2 minus dy by dx, opening the bracket here, minus dy by dx and minus into minus plus y is equal to 0. Now we can send e raised to minus x also to the RHS. So 0 upon e raised to minus x becomes 0, and therefore we get our answer as this way. So these two terms are similar. So we add them and we get minus 2 dy by dx plus y is equal to 0. And thus this becomes our answer. The fourth question is y is equal to c1 e raised to 3x plus c2 e raised to 2x. We begin the sum in the same way, same method that we did in the previous sum. That is, we start by dividing both the sides by e raised to 2x. So dividing both the sides, by e raised to 2x, we are getting y upon e raised to 2x on the LHS is equal to c1 e raised to 3x upon e raised to 2x plus c2. Now when we divide e raised to 2x by e raised to 2x, both the terms get cancelled, so we just get c2 over here. We will simplify more over here by taking e raised to 2x to the numerator on the LHS, and on the RHS also we can take e raised to 2x to the numerator. See how it is done. So this becomes over here y e raised to minus 2x is equal to c1 e raised to 3x. Now when we take e raised to 2x to the numerator, when two similar terms are multiplied, their powers are added actually. So in this case, e raised to 2x comes to the numerator, it becomes e raised to minus 2x. So this becomes e raised to minus 2x plus c2, and in the next step, both the powers can be added together when we combine the terms. So therefore, y e raised to minus 2x is equal to c1 into e raised to 3x minus 2x, this way. And thus we get y e raised to minus 2x is equal to c1 into e raised to x plus c2. Now we can differentiate both the sides. So differentiating both the sides, with respect to x. We get over here. Now, obviously on the LHS, we have to use u into v formula. So we get y into e raised to minus 2x. The differentiation is the same thing. Also by chain rule, ddx of minus 2x plus e raised to minus 2x, and the differentiation of y becomes dy by dx is equal to RHS c1 into e raised to x is the differentiation of c1 into e raised to x, and c2 becomes 0. So one constant is gone. Now here let us simplify a bit further. So the differentiation of minus 2x becomes minus 2. So we get minus 2y e raised to minus 2x plus e raised to minus 2x into dy by dx. And the RHS is same. Now let us take e raised to minus 2x common. So e raised to minus 2x, and in the bracket we get dy by dx minus 2y is equal to c1 into e raised to x. Now we can remove the e raised to x from the RHS by dividing all the terms by e raised to x. So now we get a simpler term then. So we divide both the sides. So when dividing both the sides with e raised to x, we get e raised to minus 2x upon e raised to x into the same thing, bracket is same, is equal to, now c1 e raised to x divided by e raised to x is just c1. Over here also, when we get e raised to x to the numerator, it becomes e raised to minus x. So we get e raised to minus 2x minus x, and thus we are going to get over here e raised to minus 3x. So e raised to minus 3x and the bracket. Now what we do is we differentiate once again, because we have to eliminate c1 also. So differentiating both the sides. With respect to x. We get over here again on the LHS, as you can see there are two terms. So we use a u into v formula. So we get e raised to minus 3x, and in the bracket the differentiation of dy by dx is d2y by dx2 minus 2, the differentiation of y again is dy by dx, plus, now the bracket remains the same, dy by dx minus 2y, and the differentiation of e raised to minus 3x is e raised to minus 3x, and by chain rule ddx of minus 3x is equal to, on the RHS now c1 is gone, so we get 0. So essentially we have got our answer. Only thing is we have to simplify it further. So in the next step, what we do is we write the same thing as the first bracket. And in the next term, the differentiation of e raised to, that is the differentiation of minus 3x is minus 3. So plus into minus becomes minus. So we get minus 3 e raised to minus 3x, and this bracket, that is dy by dx minus 2y is equal to 0. Now we take minus e raised to minus 3x common. Okay, e raised to minus 3x is taken common, and in the bracket we get d2y by dx2 minus 2 dy by dx. We multiply the second bracket with minus 3. So we get minus 3 dy by dx plus 6y is equal to 0. And thus comes the last step, that is we can take e raised to minus 3x on the RHS. So 0 upon the term becomes 0. And so we get d2y by dx2 minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. So minus 5 dy by dx and plus 6y. So this becomes our answer finally. The fifth sum of question 1. Y square is equal to x plus c the whole cube is given. Let us simplify it further by taking cube root on both the sides. So by taking cube root on both the sides, now y square becomes y raised to 2 by 3. See, remember cube root means raised to 1 upon 3. So y square becomes y raised to 2 by 3 is equal to x plus c raised to 3 is given. See, x plus c raised to 3 is given and the whole into again 1 upon 3 when we take the cube root. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled and therefore we are just going to get x plus c over here. So this has become little more simpler. Now we differentiate both the sides with respect to x. So differentiating both the sides with respect to x. Now over here for y raised to 2 by 3 we use the formula x raised to n. So we're going to get n into x raised to n minus 1. In this case 2 upon 3 into y raised to 2 upon 3 minus 1 and also by chain rule dy by dx. On the RHS the differentiation of x is 1 and c is 0, it being a constant. So now we have removed c from the term. Okay, so as you can see in the question itself only one constant term was there. So we can differentiate only once and get our differential equation. So what remains here is simplifying the term further. So in the next step we cannot differentiate now further. So we just simplify it and so we get 2 upon 3 into, now y raised to 2 by 3 minus 1. Cross multiply 2 by 3 minus 1, we get 2 upon 3 minus 3 upon 3 upon cross multiplying and equalizing the denominator. So this is actually minus 1 by 3. So we get y raised to minus 1 by 3 into dy by dx is equal to 1. Now y raised to minus 1 by 3 will become, now let us send it to the RHS or let us simplify it further, one step further over here. So we get 2 upon 3 and y raised to minus 1 by 3 we can write in the denominator. So we get 1 upon y raised to 1 by 3. The negative sign goes away because the term has gone to the denominator into dy by dx. RHS remains the same. Now let us send this entire term to the RHS so that we are just left with only dy by dx on the LHS. So dy by dx is equal to, now 2 upon 3 goes to the RHS, it becomes 1 into 2 upon 3 which is 3 upon 2 and 1 upon y raised to 1 by 3, when it goes there it becomes y raised to 1 by 3 and this can be written as 3 upon 2 y raised to 1 by 3 is cube root of y. So cube root of y. So this becomes the answer as they have given it in your textbook actually. You could have entered the sum even here, it would have been equally right. So with this we finish question number 1, all the 5 sums. So that finishes the exercise as well. In the next lecture we will begin with the next exercise. So thank you so much students for listening.